People, great people. Check dig, man. Be patient with yourself. Yeah. Success happens overnight, but don't happen over that night. Not just one night. Success happens overnight as it pertains to building your catalog. You got to be patient with yourself. Building your catalog. Take an inventory of why you lost. Take an inventory of how you overindulge. And when I speak about overindulge, I'm speaking to myself, not only just you. I'm talking about those things that we do that think we are getting rid of the problem. You know what I'm talking about? The excessive smoking, the excessive arguing, the excessive drinking. Maybe you got another preference. Maybe it ain't just smoking. Maybe it ain't just drinking. Maybe you got a cutting problem. Yeah, I know a lot of cutters. My daughter used to be a cutter. She's 13, right? So I know she don't feel the weight of this world like she thinks she feel the weight of the world. And I know that there's someone else that may be struggling and going through some time and now trying to rebuild, but they find it also difficult because of all of the nagging. What you trying to do now? Reminding yourself what you did do. Reminding yourself how old you are, how you are lacking in resources, how you lacking in commitment, how you lacking in drive. Be patient with yourself. Be ever mindful that we ain't the first ones that had to start all the way over, baby. We ain't the first ones that had to start all the way over. Many people have to start all the way over. But here's the catch. We starting over with the intellect in which we desire to tell our small selves. You know that? You hear that? The small selves. You ever heard a famous person get asked a question? If you can tell your younger self anything, what would you tell them? You ever heard that? Yeah. My family and I, my son and I, we bond. And when I need to tell my younger self something, I tell it to him. You hear what I say? When I need to tell my younger son something that I struggle with, when I need to tell him to be patient, when I need to tell him everything ain't come together, when I need to tell him you can be as talented as you want to be, you can have all the things that you want to have. If you ain't got the drive, someone with less is going to do better than you. They're going to pass you immediately. Right. So I got to tell him that. It ain't all what it's cracked up to be in many cases. In many cases, we need to just take our time. Understand our falls, understand our hangups, understand what keep tripping us up. I had to understand that even though getting extremely high, trying to be out of body, trying to lose everything because of all of the deaths, because of all of the group homes, because of all of the things and abuse that I felt and the neglect that I felt, I'm trying to get high as Giraffe. His head. Be ever mindful. Intellect gonna have some jokes in it, baby. I ain't trying to captivate you and just be yelling at you all of the time. That's the thing. I ain't gonna. We got to keep some joy in you, baby. You got to be childlike to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Is what the word of God reminds us. We're talking about passion. We're talking about excitement. We're talking about being elated that we get the opportunity to share the things that we are learning that is bringing us not only back to life, but bringing us people that can identify. You hear what I say? Not only bring us back to life, childlike, not only bring us back to life, but people that can identify. See, some of us are pulling for everybody. We want the most money. So we'll do anything for the most money. And because we don't have that arching theme, some of y'all don't understand what an arching theme is. It's a protective hedge. It's someone that grounds you. It's someone that reminds you. It doesn't matter how big you get, you got to be submissive. They remind you. You don't have to do. They remind you of the submission. And they also will continuously remind you that there's a group just for you. There's a group just for your voice. There's an audience just for your mind, just for your struggle, just for the things that you went through in order that you may conquer in your own life. And then relate a message. Check and digging. Kevin Hart once said, you can't break a strong spirit. I concur. If there's anything that I can tell you, if anything that they're looking at when they see me, I concur. You can't break a strong spirit. It don't matter what you go through. It don't matter how homeless I am. It don't matter how low my money it is. It don't matter what I'm struggling with, what I lost. It don't matter what I'm trying to rebuild. It don't matter what I need to take responsibility of. You can't break a strong spirit. I am so determined to live my life in happiness, to live my life in I don't want to say peace too fast because too much peace make me uncomfortable. But check this out. Yeah. Too much comfort will bring you despair. Too much comfort will bring you destruction. Yeah. So I don't want to say peace, but what I do want to say, harmony. Any of you rolling with the Spirit of the Lord, you got to get to the place of understanding God is harmony. He's about harmony. Systematically, things go together. Systematically, things are working to your good. Systematically, he's not down for you just displaying all of your mental system, just displaying all of your heart right out of your mouth with no research, no studying, no thirsting after his will, no thirsting after your audience, no thirsting or who you are depicted to be. Be patient with yourself. Teach yourself that there's moments in time that you can't just run out of there. You have to read on this one. You're going to have to make sure you get the deep breaths on this one. This one right here, you might need a few cue cards. Yeah. This one tough. My heart pounded when I got to share this message. You have to take inventory of yourself, and you can't continue to believe that everybody is for you. I know the world is allowing you to believe once I come live, everybody is going to be attracted to me, but you have to be mindful that there's an audience just for me. There's an audience that under the sound of my voice, it's going to click. They're going to pop off. They're going to be immaculate in every sense of the word. Okay. Be patient with yourself, baby. Yeah. It ain't going to happen over this night, maybe. But to the extent that you are prepared, that's the extent that it will happen over one of those nights. Be patient with yourself. You deserve a little bit of patience with yourself. The problem that you have with people is that they ain't been patient with you. Yeah, they care not to know about your feelings. Yeah, they care not to expound, not to work with you, not to talk to you, not to truly understand what you're feeling. That's the problem that you have with people. And now you telling me you're going to do it to yourself? You're going to do it to yourself. You're going to be impatient with yourself. You're going to remind yourself just of what everybody else reminded you, that you ain't significant enough to be patient with, to take the little bitty steps to dig a little bit deeper before we can get to going. We ain't doing that today. Love on yourself, oh loved one. Love on yourself, oh loved one. Nazareth strength is in the building. Be ever mindful of such.